Today we are going to be discussing the Saga of Blackswan, and this is probably one of the weirdest groups that I have ever dug into. If you are excited to dive on in, make sure that you click that like button down below, as well as that subscribe button if you are not already subscribed. Go ahead, subscribe, it is free. Click the notification bell so that you get notified every time that I post a new video on this channel. And without any further ado, let's get right into it. Hi everyone, welcome back to Once Upon a Melody, or welcome if you're new. I'm Melody, and today, like I said, we are discussing the group Blackswan. If you have not heard of Blackswan, they are a K-pop group that has had as many evolutions as an EV. Trust me when I say that this is a journey. Here's my legal disclaimer. As always, everything is my own opinion unless otherwise stated. Everything is also alleged unless otherwise stated. Please don't sue me. Okay, thank you. So, who is Blackswan anyway? I'm sure a lot of you have heard of them, but just in case you haven't, there is a lot to get into with the history of this group and their company. So strap in, grab a snack, get some water, and let's go. The current fascination with the group is mainly because they are a K-pop group that has no Korean members. They were also featured in the pretty successful documentary titled K-pop Idols, which appeared on Apple TV Plus on August 30th, 2024. The documentary also featured soloist Jessie and the group Gravity. The current lineup consists of 4 members, the first of which is Fatu. Fatu is one of the original 6 members after the group was renamed Blackswan. She is Senegalese and Belgian. She was born in Senegal and she went to school in Belgium. Fatu is the leader, the main rapper, the lead dancer, and the sub-vocalist of the group. The next member is Envy. She was born in America on January 10th, 1999 in Virginia. Envy is the main vocalist. Envy was introduced to K-pop in 2020 when her friend showed her Day 6. Later on, her friend also showed her Fatu, which started her dream to become an idol. Envy was also a part of the Cygnus project, which we will get into later, with the other 2 members of Blackswan, Gabby and Shreya. So moving on to Gabby. Gabby is Brazilian and German. She was born on November 7th, 2002. She is the sub-vocalist, lead dancer, and visual of the group. And the performance that made her want to become an idol was One Us's Come Back Home. Gabby was also a previous trainee in the Cygnus project before joining Blackswan. Then the last member of the group is Shreya. She was born in India on September 15th, 2003. She is the lead vocalist, main dancer, and maknae of the group. Shreya is the first Indian K-pop star. Shreya was a contemporary dancer before her debut, and the K-pop groups that brought her to South Korea are BTS, Stray Kids, and EXO. So those are the members of Blackswan as we know them today, but Blackswan hasn't always been this Blackswan. I told you, think evolutions, which is why you also need to know about the former members. The original Blackswan debuted on October 16th, 2020 with their first full album, BP RaNia, and the title song Tonight, with members Fatu, Hime, Youngoon, Judy, and Leia, the last 4 of which are now former members of Blackswan. Hime, or maybe it's pronounced Heme, I've heard people pronounce it both ways, so correct me if I'm wrong, is a former member of the group RaNia under DR Music, who also is the manager of Blackswan. She left the group on November 10th, 2020, but she was a former member of the group RaNia from 2014 to 2020. Youngoon was the former leader and main vocalist of Blackswan. She was also a former member of the group RaNia. Then we have Judy. Judy is the former main dancer and lead vocalist of Blackswan. She graduated from the group on July 31st, 2022. Leia, or you'll sometimes hear her called Larissa, she was also a former member of the group RaNia, departed from Blackswan on July 31st of 2023. Leia took a break at that time to return to Brazil and her family. It was said for her mental health, and then Leia completely left the group sometime after her hiatus began and before July 31st of 2023. We don't have exact dates for some of the members when they left the group. You'll notice this is a pattern. I don't have a reason for that. It's just something that happened, and this is probably one of the weirdest groups that I have ever dug into for that reason. People just left and entered the group with no rhyme or reason. But there are even more players in this saga than those that I just mentioned. Oh yes, many more. But at this point you might be wondering, because I've mentioned it a couple times now, who or what is RaNia? Well, that is where we start to get into the big Blackswan timeline, aka a series of very unfortunate events. Yes, Blackswan actually started as a group called RaNia, under the same company DR Music. So let's start at the beginning, 2011. RaNia was formed under DR Music in 2011 with members Same, who now goes by Yina, so that's what I'm gonna call her, Juyi, aka Lucy, Sarah, Rico, Joy, Dee, TA, and Sha, none of whom are in the current lineup of Blackswan, and the member Sarah actually left before the debut of RaNia. RaNia's first album was produced by Teddy Riley. In K-pop, he is well known for Girls' Generation's song The Boys and a few of SHINee's and EXO's songs, as well as having worked with the group The Boys. In the West, Teddy Riley has worked with Michael Jackson, Bobby Brown, Dr. Dre, Lady Gaga, and Snoop Dogg. In April of 2011, during promotions for their first title track, Dr. Feelgood, RaNia's music video and live performances were deemed too controversial, as some viewers felt that the group's image was too provocative. Their music video for Dr. Feelgood currently sits at 1 million views. They were allowed to perform the song on Korean TV after changing some of their stage outfits and some of the choreography. Ijo, a Chinese trainee from DR Music, appeared in the music video for Dr. Feelgood for a few seconds and was quoted to have been a last-minute addition to the group, according to DR Music, but she was never made an official member and was never seen with the group again after the Dr. Feelgood music video. After their first single, Masquerade, that June, Teddy Riley left as the producer of the group due to a falling out with the management. He wrote a letter regarding his departure saying that the members would be better off with a company such as SM, and that their manager, quote-unquote, did shady business. In November of that year, their second EP, Time to Rock the Show, was released with the title track Pop Pop Pop. This music video currently sits at 5.8 million views, but don't get too excited because the views on their music videos don't stay this high. Then, in June of 2012, the group had their first official member to leave. So we had now Joy was leaving the group. After DR Music said she was only on a hiatus to visit family, Joy wrote a letter to her fans before deleting all of her social media. This letter said, "To everyone, I'm sorry I let you guys down so many times, but I've been thinking about it for months. I can't go back to stand on that place anymore. I can't go back anymore. Thank you for all your love and all of your hope. Thank you so much, and I feel so sorry that I am disappointing beloved fans." Personally, I think she made the right choice by dipping out at this point, but you'll see what I mean. Then, on September 16th, RaNia made their first comeback with the digital single Style. The music video was revealed on September 20th with 5.6 million views. Member Juyi did not appear in the comeback, though DR Music claimed she was still a member of the group at this time. Then in March of 2013, RaNia released the lead single Just Go, the music video of which had 4.9 million views, along with their first studio album, also titled Just Go with the subtitle Goodbye's the New Hello. That subtitle will prove to be prophetic, though. Member Rico did not participate in this release, and instead former member Juyi took her place in the music video. Along with this comeback, they announced they would have their American debut that summer. Empire Records, which is under Universal Records. We're familiar with Universal Records on this channel, but you can see my video on VCHA for more about what happened with them. So Empire Records is to handle the girls' distribution in the United States, while the subdivision Fireworks, who also handled Chris Brown and Eminem, was to handle their American management. DR Music also made a statement after the contracts were signed with Universal. A lot of people in the American music market are taking an interest in K-pop. It was surprising to find out that they know a lot more about K-pop than we thought. Maybe so, but they didn't do anything with RaNia, that's for sure. RaNia was scheduled to film for their MTV reality show titled Road to Fame. The show was to follow their preparations for their US debut for 3 months. However, the debut was delayed that June, with the company saying, "We have been discussing for a long time with members of RaNia and management companies in the United States and decided to postpone our promotion in the US. The reason we decided to delay is because we felt that the group is not ready for it right now in terms of language." Then, on July 5th, RaNia released a special digital single titled Up for their fans. Rico was again absent during all of this. RaNia then embarked on a 7-country promotional tour that also included a trip to the same orphanage that Angelina Jolie had adopted one of her children from. Then in May of 2014, RaNia signed with the Spanish label Ingenio Media with a comeback titled Acceleration that was set for that June, and promotions were to begin in September. But surprise, surprise, none of this came to fruition. Ingenio Media also announced that they were looking for a new member to replace Rico, who had not even been announced as having left the group yet. Ingenio Media then took it back by saying, "We do not have any information about Rico. Information about her has to be provided by DR Music, their main label. We sincerely apologize for the misunderstanding." They didn't have to worry too much about this misunderstanding because Ingenio Media then dropped RaNia, stating the group was taking too long to make their promised comeback with them. It was all just very weird, and believe it or not, it only gets weirder from here. In late 2014, many fans noticed that Yena had not been participating in the tour or in any group activities. DR Music denied that Yena had left the group, but they did finally issue a statement regarding member Rico, saying, "After completing the promotions for the single, Style, Rico told us that she could attend university to study a career, so she decided to quit as a singer and leave the agency indefinitely." Then, in January of 2015, members noticed Juyi was missing from group activities, and DR Music announced that she was on hiatus. Then in July, 2 new members, Hime and Solji, were added. In October, a new comeback demonstrate was announced, and Hime and Solji were officially announced as new members of the group. Then in November, Alexandra Reed, or Alex, an American rapper, was announced not only to feature on the new album, but as an official member of RaNia. Alex was officially the first African American to be added to a K-pop group. Alex had been seen as the female lead in Jamie Foxx's You Changed Me music video and was also a model and composer before joining the group. However, Alex was not in their music video for Demonstrate, despite having featured on the track, and in performances, she was usually relegated to the corner until her rap section came up. We'll talk a lot more about Alex in just a little bit. Then on May 26, 2016, it was revealed by DR Music that the last 3 original members of RaNia, D, TA, and Xia, chose not to renew their contracts. They were going to debut in their own group called Elate, but that eventually fell through as well. DR Music also informed fans that RaNia's comeback was being pushed back to August. On June 26th, Jian, June, and Crystal, 3 new Chinese members, were added. Well, sort of. They appeared with RaNia in their performances, and then 2 of them were never seen again. On July 13th, DR Music announced a project through the platform MakeStar, which is a crowdfunding site similar to Kickstarter, that they would be crowdfunding for a new comeback for RaNia. This was then changed from a comeback to a subunit with Alex and Hime. But the project was then officially halted due to, and I quote, "the continued irresponsible behavior and stance taken by the RaNia project creator and DR Music's unwillingness to ignore the inconvenience this was causing to the participants." This quote is directly from MakeStar, who, after numerous attempts to contact RaNia's management, saw absolutely no response. The project was then scrapped, and all the money that was spent by the fans on the project were returned by MakeStar, not by DR Music. MakeStar also sent out a letter regarding the project. The letter stated, "Hello, this is MakeStar. We have an announcement for the honorary producers to the RaNia project. Despite making numerous requests to DR Music concerning information regarding the project progress, Makestar has not received any further information. The opening and closing of Makestar projects are by rule determined solely by the project's creator. However, due to the continued irresponsible behavior and stance taken by the RaNia project creator and our unwillingness to ignore the inconvenience this is causing to the project participants, Makestar has decided to refund all funds accrued through the project. Once again, we offer our regret to those who have participated in the RaNia project. Thank you, sincerely, Makestar. Then on August 15th, Alex announced that she was the group's new leader. DR Music did not announce this. Alex did on her Twitter. On October 25th, they performed with 2 DR Music trainees named Tabo and Hyunji at the 2016 Seoul Icarus Drone International Film Festival. Then on October 27th, DR Music stated that they would choose new RaNia members out of the 7 current DR Music trainees. On December 23rd, DR Music released the teaser image for BP RaNia or Black Pearl RaNia. This name for the group was in reference to Alex being, quote-unquote, the Black Pearl of the group, which, as you can tell, has definitely some racist undertones, and DR Music hinted at a comeback with 7 members in the group. On December 24th, 2016, the image teaser for Hime and a new member, Jiyoon, who had been performing with the group since June but had not been announced as a member yet, were revealed. On December 25th, Ziyu, who is formerly known as Solji, and new member Yumin had their teaser images revealed. On the next day, December 26th, teaser images for Alex and the new Chinese member Tabo were revealed. On December 27th, the last teaser image for Yina was revealed, confirming she had, in fact, rejoined the group. On December 30th, 2016, their single Start a Fire and album was released. Their Start a Fire music video only gained 31,000 views, which is a huge drop down from their last total. DR Music said, through Spanish company Ingenio Media, the song Start a Fire will be available in more than 60 countries around the world. But this really confused me because didn't Ingenio Media drop the group? Ingenio Media then dropped RaNia, stating the group was taking too long to make their promised comeback with them. I guess maybe they made up, or maybe DR Music was just saying this to get more of a global audience for the album. I have no idea. On February 10th, 2017, a second song from the Start a Fire album, Make Me Ah, was released. DR Music revealed on February 21st that they were approached by a quote-unquote well-established production company with an acting opportunity for member Alex. DR Music assured fans that Alex would remain a full active member of BP RaNia and would return to her regular schedules after she returned to Korea. You can see why, after all the other members who had left or been put on indefinite hiatus, the company wanted to be a little bit reassuring at this time. Alex then went on to play the character of Britt in TV1's biographical film Bobby Christina, which aired on October 8th of 2017 in the US. Then on February 28th, Ingenio Media announced that they were opening pre-orders for BP RaNia's first compilation album titled RaNia Legends, comprising songs from Dr. Feelgood to Start a Fire, with the requirement that 100 pre-orders be made before they began manufacturing the albums. However, the release of this album was eventually canceled and pre-orders were refunded, but Ingenio Media said that all songs would be re-recorded by BP RaNia and included as a bonus CD and DVD in their next release instead. So what is going on with these companies? Is anybody else as confused as I am right now? Because this is insane. I have never heard of a company or companies being this disorganized. Then in the end of March of 2017, Yina revealed that she had indeed left the group yet again, and the agency later confirmed her departure, saying that she was going to be focusing on acting. On May 12th, DR Music announced that they were looking for 3 to 4 new members to start BP RaNia W, a worldwide group that would promote alongside the current members of BP RaNia. Again, this group never came to be. On August 12th, BP RaNia continued as a 6-member group with the album Refresh 7th and the title track Beep Beep Beep, which was a very cheaply made music video and only got around 33,000 views. Promotions became controversial once again when fans and viewers complained that Alex was not included. In response to the lack of Alex being included, the group's choreographer responded, "Alex said she won't do the choreography because she's a rapper." This exchange is funnily referred to as a feud on Alex's Wikipedia page, but on Blackswan's Wikipedia page, it's referred to as a disagreement. To be fair to Alex, the choreography for Beep 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 is pretty suggestive, by K-pop standards that is. And in the music video, the camera zooms in on the girls' private areas a lot. It's very weird. Also, the previously mentioned Hime and Alex subunit was just made into a B-side for the Refresh 7th album, and the song was titled No Dab. So what were the funds from Makestar even going to if they weren't going to an actual subunit? Did they just go to this one song that didn't even get a music video? Soon afterwards, it was announced that Alex had officially left the group. Thank goodness they actually announced it, because with all the other members that had left, they just kind of shrugged their shoulders and didn't say much. But this time, fans were glad that DR Music had actually officially announced something. Then on September 13th, DR Music announced that the group would be having another single comeback with the song Breathe Heavy from their Refresh 7th album. Then in January of the next year, 2018, DR Music issued a statement stating Tabo was filming a movie in China after fans had noticed that she had missed several appearances with the group. Again, there's this pattern of fans noticing somebody's missing, then DR Music issuing a statement that they're on hiatus or that they're filming a movie. Months pass, sometimes even years, and then DR Music finally announces that the member has left the group. Why can't they just announce something sooner? I don't understand it. Then on May 31st, Yumin's departure was finally announced after she recently faced circumstances that made it increasingly hard for her to follow the extremely demanding team schedule. Turns out she was actually a couple months pregnant at this time. Then that June, during their tour of Malaysia, another comeback was announced, and a release of a best of album was again announced for August. Neither of these things happened, the comeback or the best of album. During this time, member Namfon was unofficially added and appeared during their tour performances. Because she was so well received by audiences, Namfon was then added as an official member. In August, it was revealed that Yumin was marrying former Top Dog member P, or Pigun, who was also the father of her baby. On November 7th, Tabo stated in an SMS message to fans that she was now an ex-celebrity. Soon after, fans noticed that all other RaNia members had removed the RaNia name from their usernames, and the company had unfollowed all the members. Because DR Music nor the members released anything official in this time, this of course led to rumors that the company had gone bankrupt and that RaNia or BP RaNia had disbanded. Neither of these things really seem to be true, because DR Music never released an official statement. However, the fact that they all kind of unfollowed each other kind of puts it into perspective that things were not going so well at this time. On August 18th of 2019, the following year, the official RaNia Instagram announced that they would be performing in Romania in September with 3 new members who had not yet been revealed. So RaNia is back? On August 28th, a video promoting the concert was uploaded to their official YouTube channel and revealed the 3 new members, Sunghyun, Larissa, otherwise known as Leia, and Youngun. The video also confirmed that Jiu, Jiyoon, and Tabo had all left the group. Then in January of 2020, Namfon stopped appearing with RaNia for events. She had actually left the group because of quote-unquote visa issues, but she had never actually had a visa to begin with. The company had never given her one or instructed her how to actually get one. So Namfon actually quit because she was tired of dealing with the issues that came from not having a visa. On June 26th, Hime announced that all members except for Sunghyun would be in the group, which was then being rebranded as BS. Yeah, sure sounds like a bunch of it to me. And why is Hime announcing this? Why is DR Music not announcing anything? It's very weird. Then on July 7th, the group was announced as ambassadors to represent the county of Pyeongchang-gun, I hope I'm saying that correctly, and 3 more members were added to this BS group and officially announced. These members were Judy and Leia, who were part of RaNia before, and, drumroll please, Fatu, finally. The new group, now called Blackswan, on October 9th, the Blackswan SMS pages announced they would be making a comeback on the 16th with their album Goodbye RaNia and title track Tonight, which currently has 6.4 million views on YouTube and an obviously higher budget. So as we can see, the views on their music videos went way, way, way up when the production value went up and when the company was actually being consistent with the group. This song was a final nail in the coffin, if you will, for the group formerly known as RaNia, and a clean slate for the group Blackswan. Well, sort of, because this new album actually included remixes of old RaNia songs, which included Alex's voice on them as well. I guess the company wanted to capitalize off the popularity of RaNia as much as they could. I don't really understand this because they could have just released a single, or they could have had the album Goodbye RaNia with the title track Tonight and maybe a B-side from the group. They didn't have to just remix old songs from RaNia, but it seems to me like they are very lacking in creativity at the very least. But the group Blackswan still couldn't catch a break because on November 9th, it was revealed that Hime had allegedly scammed a friend out of nearly 50 million Korean won, which is around 45,000 USD. The next day, November 10th, it was announced that Hime would be leaving the group because, conveniently, her 5-year contract was ending and not being renewed, and probably also because of this alleged scamming. Then it was announced that Blackswan would be taking their first group hiatus. On March 6th of 2021, a travel series for the group in collaboration with the Korean Cultural Center of Belgium was revealed. On October 14th, they released their first single album, Close to Me. The music video for Close to Me got around 4.7 million views, so now their views have climbed and are starting to stay steady. Then on January 28th of 2022, 2 new members, Shreya and Gabby, were announced, but it was said that only one member would be making it into the final lineup of the group. On May 26th, through DR Music's Cygnus project, fun fact, a cygnet is the name for a baby swan, so hence Cygnus project, which was a survival training experiment of sorts, the company announced that both Shreya and Gabby would actually join the group. Then on July 31st, Youngoon and Judy graduated from Blackswan. This graduation and admission concept was something that had happened in the Cygnus project and then was carried over to Blackswan. To me, it just seems kind of as a convenient excuse for the company to be able to let go of members as they saw fit without having to explain anything else. Then on November 9th, Leia was announced as going on hiatus for health reasons, but that the group would continue with their comeback activities. Then on December 24th, Blackswan released a Christmas pictorial video featuring a new member, Envy, and she had not even been officially announced yet. Then on January 11th, 2023, Envy officially debuted with Blackswan at the 2023 Men's FIH Hockey World Cup. On May 10th, another comeback for their second single album titled That Karma was revealed, with the comeback date set for May 19th. As a fun fact, the music video for Karma was shot in India, including in Shreya's hometown. The music video for Karma currently has 9.4 million views, which is their most viewed music video to date. On July 31st, Fatu confirmed that the current 4 members were finalized. Fatu also confirmed no new members would be added to the group. Whew, finally. Rumors were then spread by Leia that Fatu had bullied her. These rumors have since been refuted by both Fatu and DR Music, and Leia eventually admitted to lying about being bullied. The group also continued promotions for their song Cat and Mouse, the music video of which currently sits at 3.1 million views on YouTube. Then on July 19th of 2024, their album Roll Up is announced, with a release set for July 31st. The music video for Roll Up was shot in Dubai and currently has 2.9 million views, so things were finally starting to look up for Blackswan. On July 25th of that year, the Apple TV documentary titled K-pop idols was revealed, this all brings us back to the present day. The shenanigans with the company and the members aside, one serious problem that DR Music has always had is the quote-unquote featuring of their black members. Back in the BP RaNia days, Alex was referred to as the Black Pearl, hence the BP in RaNia, BP equals Black Pearl, and the group basically revolved around the novelty of her being black, despite the fact that K-pop has benefited from using black culture since the very beginning. According to her Wikipedia, Alex is now working on a memoir about her time in the K-pop industry. We'll have to wait and see what she thought of all of this while it was happening, when or if this memoir is ever published. So I have severely condensed all of the information on Blackswan and RaNia and BP RaNia in this video to kind of focus more on the current group that is Blackswan today. But Ploopy678 here on YouTube has a two-part series that goes more in depth into kind of the controversies and the background of RaNia. And I highly suggest watching her videos because she also interviews former members. So go ahead and watch that one after you're done with this. If you feel like I left out too much information or you just want more information, including about the crazy Sasang fan that harassed RaNia and their CEO. So what is Blackswan up to today? Well, they seem to be doing all right for themselves, all things considered. Jaehyun of Boy Next Door actually went viral for his reaction to Fat Two's stunning visuals during their promotions for Roll Up. The group also currently has 887,000 subscribers on YouTube, 458,000 followers on Instagram, and just under 59,000 on Twitter. They also have almost 1 million followers on TikTok, which is their highest amount. Blackswan uploads pretty consistently, and they have appeared on a wide range of Korean variety shows, just like any other K-pop group. The fact that Fat Two is being treated as just another member of Blackswan definitely helps the group and the company, I think. Hey everyone, so I just wanted to kind of jump in here with sort of a footnote for this video. With all things considered with DR Music and the way that they managed RaNia, BP RaNia, and kind of the beginning of Blackswan, it's almost for the best, because when you consider groups today that have slave contracts and, you know, are always constantly having members leave because of scandals and then come back and then leave again and then come back and do a solo project, it's almost like DR Music's management was not that bad. And I only say that because the idols basically had a lot of freedom to be able to leave kind of whenever they wanted to. And they didn't have to go through all this rigmarole of like ending their contracts and suing and all these kinds of things that we've seen in recent years with idols. So let me know what your thoughts are about that down below in the comments. Fat Two and the other members have also been given the opportunity to learn Korean, unlike Alex, so they can fully participate in Korean promotions, which definitely gives them a leg up on the former groups, BP RaNia, etc. So, are Blackswan a global group? When I talked about Blackswan last, there was some debate over them being a global group. Considering how none of the members are actually Korean, I would say sort of. They don't promote globally right now, generally, as they are building their audience still in Korea. But their company says that they do want Blackswan to be a global group. However, we all know by now what happens when DR Music says they want something to happen. I think considering how the fans of the group are kind of all around the world, much like many K-pop groups are nowadays. I mean, hell, I'm an American and I'm talking about Blackswan. Then that makes them just as much a global group as, say, Stray Kids or Twice. Not to the same level, of course, I'm not comparing, but people outside of Korea do know Blackswan and they know about Blackswan, especially now since their Apple TV Plus series has aired. Also, I have been corrected that Blackswan were not the first global-ish girl group. If you would like a video on the actual first global K-pop group, Z Girls, who debuted in 2019, please let me know down below. I would love to talk more about groups like this if you want me to. So what do you think of the saga of Blackswan? Were they able to rise from the ashes, or do they still fall flat? For me, it is somewhere in the middle. I would love it if they became more successful globally, but it just kind of sucks that their management seems to have had so much trouble over the years. While the Apple TV Plus documentary did give the group a boost, I think if they managed to gain more fans in members' home countries, then that would help out so much, as we've seen from groups like Cat's Eye, who have very devoted fans in their home countries. So let me know your thoughts down below, what you think of Blackswan, what you think of the craziness of RaNia, BP RaNia to Blackswan. What do you think of DR Music and their insane marketing and or lack of? I would love to know your thoughts in the comments below. Keep them civil, make sure you're nice to people, etc. Leave a like on this video if you liked it today. I had a lot of fun researching this, and like I said, there's so much more information out there that I just wasn't able to condense down into this video because I was focusing more on the group Blackswan as they are today. So again, go ahead and make sure that you check out those other videos that I mentioned for more information. And again, if you have not yet, click that subscribe button down below if you want to watch more videos like this. And also don't forget to, as always, take your medicine, eat something, and drink some water today if you haven't done those 3 things yet. Take care of yourselves. Thanks again for being here and for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!